Y'all can hear the music now, can't y'all?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Coach. They ready, Coach. Hey, you know the Southern people gonna be in here tonight trying to get some pointers, some tips.
Yeah, I hope they are.
They gonna be out here. They gonna be out here stealing signs. You know. Hey man, it's gonna be a few people. I talked to my sister today, Southern alumni. She said she's gonna be in the building. She's gonna be there. Yeah, man. I didn't know it was that much Southern alumni in Atlanta. She told me it was quite a few of them up there. So it's gonna be a big.
It's gonna be crazy.
But we got a big show tonight, Coach. We got what, like I said last night, Coach. I believe we got the best coach tonight in HBCU football, Coach. No, hands down.
I tell you what, man.
And he got the record to prove it.
He's done a great body of work, man. And it's always good to have the best on,
Absolutely. Let me welcome everybody to HBCU Coaches Corner. My name is Rocky Miller, along with my co-host, Mr. Campbell, and our featured host, the SWAC legend himself, were one night in Mississippi against the vaunted Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. Johnnie Cole threw 6 touchdowns in a loss. He did the best he possibly could that night against Willie Satellite Totten and the best football player to ever put on pads, Jerry Rice. Coach, with no further ado, my man, Johnnie Cole. Coach, did you ever, how long did it take you to get over that loss, Coach, where you threw 6 and lost, Coach?
Well, man, I still think about it. I ain't no big guy on no moral victory. And I had a very good game. And that was in 3 quarters. Let's get that straight. But, what can you say, man, when you're playing against Willie Totten, who's a record-setting 53 touchdowns in one season, and Jerry Rice, man, they just set the place on fire, and just being able to be in the game and having that type of game that night, man, was a wonderful feeling. So, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll keep it in my back pocket and tell my grandkids one day.
All right, Coach. Coach, we got a guy that's straight off the plane that was gracious enough to come on and be a part of this show tonight, and somebody that I know personally I think highly of, and I think we all do, Coach. And I said last night, and I truly believe it, that this guy we have coming up next is the best coach in HBCU football, because since I've been watching HBCUs, which is about 5 or 6 years now, he's had the most consistent program out of anybody in HBCU football. So, Coach, I'll turn it over to you and let you give this coach the proper introduction.
Once again, man, we have a guy on the show that have learned from the best, have been under the best, Broadway, as well as Sam Washington, as well as coach with Sean Gibbs. He's been on 3 different national championship coaching staffs, and along with his 4th of him winning a national championship himself. I think he needs no introductory. I think he shocked the world of HBCU football when he won the Celebration Bowl, and nobody gave him an opportunity, nobody gave him a chance, but I seen him. I seen him when he came on that field, and just the way he looked. And, we had a chance to really talk about after the game, off record of the things that he's seen, man, and it was brilliance of what they put together for that game. And again, he shocked everybody in HBCU. Everybody thought it was a slam dunk. My friend, the man, the head coach of the North Carolina Central Eagles, Trey Oliver.
What's up, fellas? What's happening? I appreciate the intro. I appreciate the intro. That was great, guys. But Rocky, I gotta say, man, we didn't get off the plane, bro. We just drove about 8 hours through some rain.
No way.
It was a rough trip down here, but We made it. Been in the hotel about 15 minutes now. So, Coach tired.
Wow. Coach, man, I'm going to take you back before we start going on your North Carolina Central and what you guys, what you had this year, man, because, man, we almost got an argument last night. I said Trey Oliver went into that game against Deion Sanders in Jackson State with the plan. He seen it. He knew, came in confident. And now that it's over and it's behind you, Coach, man, what did you see about the spots that Jackson State gave up that you felt that you had a chance to win the game?
I mean, that was so long ago, man. I don't even halfway remember now. But they were a very talented football team, and I knew they were sleeping on us. You see all the media stuff they did, and heck, the depth chart they put up there, they didn't even have our starters up there. They had a team meeting showing the depth chart and shit. Half them guys weren't even our starters. So I'm like, I already knew they was overlooking us. But, they had beat up on folks all year, and they weren't going to change what they did, do what they were going to do, because they were so good and they were dominant. But our guys had a chip on our shoulder, and we had a good football team as well. So, we ain't flinch, we ain't blink. We were going to go in there and fight. And I thought we did. Our guys played lights out. It was a great ball game, man. Shout out to Jackson State. That's a heck of a program there. And, yeah, I mean, we're done talking about Deion, man. Talk about TC. Shit, TC done won it. Hell, Deion gone. Deion ain't winning nothing.
Yeah.
TC Taylor's a coach.
Oh, man.
TC Taylor's got coaches over there on his staff. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's talk about HBCU football.
Yeah, Coach. You've been up underneath some of the greats. What have you picked up from some of the greats? Broadway, and you've coached with Sam, and you've been under some of the great guys. And how much have that helped your coaching style?
Well, when I got into Broadway, that was my 5th year coach. I was at 4 years at Delaware State, straight out of college. I was 22 when I got the job up there and didn't know what I was doing. I thought yelling and screaming was coaching. That ain't coaching. When I got into Broadway, he broke me down to like nothing. And, he grinded me like I was a GA. And he needed to. That's what I needed. Because I thought I knew stuff. I thought I knew ball. I didn't know ball. I didn't know how to manage young men. I didn't know football. And Coach grinded me to the point of, me and Coach Broadway didn't really like each other first, probably 8 years of our relationship. He ain't like me and I ain't like him. And we laugh about it to this day. Because, I wasn't a very good football coach, and he had high standards. So he was going to grind me until I figured it out. And I'm so appreciative what he did for me. And without him, I wouldn't be where I am now. And we great friends now. I go kick it with him in Myrtle Beach and everything else. Our families are tight. But Sam Washington coached me. He was my position coach, recruited me out of high school. I have a father I'm very close with, but he's like a father figure to me. And I love Coach Washington, his family to death. That's like my right-hand man. And then I came up under Coach Hayes, Bill Hayes, he was an AD. And that was all about work. That was about work. And old school, just like work. There ain't no easy way around it. And, then I had a chance to learn under some other people like Dawson Odoms, who's a great manager, a great players coach. And, I'll leave that there. But I thought Dawson Odoms was a heck of a coach. He was my teammate in college and, great dude. If it wasn't for him, I would not have had this opportunity here because they told me I applied for the job years back. I didn't get the job here at Central. They said I need a coordinator experience. So I left A&T and went to Southern to be the defensive coordinator for 3 years. Had a great time on the Bluff, and then had the opportunity to come back home.
Yeah. And when you sit back and think about your career, and think about what you had to go through to get the knowledge, the know-how to be able to run a program, and a lot of people think, oh, well, you can just hire a head coach or a guy and put him in a head coaching position when he don't have the background. How important do you think that is? Of course, now we're getting all these pro guys just coming straight off the field into these head coaching positions. Where you set with that?
I've been on a whole lot of winning programs, a whole lot of championship programs, and it's about good people that are knowledgeable and can manage folks, manage young men. And I think that's what I learned from those other people. It takes time. When I was 2019, I'm the same person. but it's about the culture that is still within my program. And you have to be patient to an extent, you know? And in 2019, I thought we were talented, but we had no culture, no discipline, none of that stuff. Now, these new guys that's on the block, like I said, it's a process. You got to learn. And like I said, and I don't want to keep harping on this, but like Deion had 1,000 more resources than TC Taylor did or does. Heck, when we played, they had a damn NFL commissioner on the sidelines. Like what? Everybody's shooting money over there, everything. And I mean, TC, I'm sure they probably supported him, but I promise you he probably got the support financially as Deion. But that team is a much better football team than that other one in 2022. When you watch them play, level of discipline and things of that nature.
Yeah. I'm a pivot a little bit about recruiting now. Of course, recruiting is different from the times back in the day. You know, you got the NIL, you got the collective. Where are you guys at North Carolina Central? Are you guys working your way towards that? Because we've talked to some coaches, you know, before you have that actually got collectives like Alcorn, North Carolina A&T. Kind of how could that help you, or is it helping you, or do you guys got that in place?
It could definitely help us. But see, like, we were the only school in the MEAC that did not opt in. I think everybody in the SWAC opted in. We were the only school in the MEAC that did not opt in. And my issue was it came down so fast on the FCS level, we didn't have a plan for it. I wasn't comfortable with their plan for it, okay, at that point in time. There's so many other things that we need in our program that we couldn't be paying no kids $50,000, $60,000 a year. There's no way. So I told my administration, I had to answer the board of trustees and my chancellor, Coach, why don't you want to opt in? How's it going to look? What are the optics of that? There's no plan. Now, everybody want to run here and talk about revenue sharing. There's no revenue to be shared, folks. This ain't no Big Ten or the SEC with no $1 billion pot that they passing out money. On our level, we got to fundraise. This collective ain't no revenue sharing. When Johnnie Cole sent that money in, or I saw Rocky, you sent Gibbs some money last night, right? That $10 you sent him, that's the revenue we got to share. So, like, it's got to be a plan, and then from there, we got to structure it. So my thing was, okay, cool, how we going to pay kids? Who we going to pay? So we had to have a plan. So I came up with a plan. It was a tier system. I'm not paying no freshman anything out of high school. I'm not paying a transfer nothing to get a transfer, okay? Now, your sophomore year, if you meet these standards, you'll get a percentage. You'll get some money. Your junior year, you'll get some more money. Your senior year, you'll get more money. But we're going to cap it at a number, okay? Looking back on it, it's not any big money, man. It's money for these kids that they need to fly home here and there. They can fly home. If they want to eat, they can eat. But they ain't going to be buying no scat packs and get no Johnnie.
No Maseratis, Coach?
No, we ain't having all that, man. But so like looking back at it, I presented to the board of trustees. If we would have had this plan in place last year, Johnnie, you out in the woods, man. What's that howling?
Man, they having a sandstorm here.
That's what that is.
In Arizona, yeah. It just
okay.
come through and leave.
Some weird sounds, Johnnie. No, you need to come back down south, Johnnie. You better run, man. They ain't got them sounds in Alabama. But no, going back to it, if the thing that we had, the template I had in place, if we would have done that and paid the young men out, it'd probably been about $300,000 this past season. So now going forward, I know what the plan. I need roughly $300,000 as a starter to get this thing moving. But like I said, we didn't have a plan in place, and I won't jumping out there. I'm gonna pay such and such player A $50,000. Nobody else get any money, and now the locker room is gonna be beef, and it's gonna tear the team apart. We the only people that don't have a collective right now. But let's play. Let's go on the field right now. Put the ball down.
Now, Coach, not having that and not signing that, does that mean you still on the old? I can only bring in 30 players. Or are you also can bring in 105 and give 105 money?
Nah, that's them. They can pay 105 and have 105 on the roster. My roster is unlimited because I did not opt in. So I can have as many people I want to my team. So come October, when all them injuries hit, we're going to see how they do offense and defensive scout team. Like, this ain't the NFL, man. You can't be bringing people off waivers and all this other stuff mid-season when guys get hurt. So when October, November, when they have these scout teams, it's going to be hard to service each other when you usually have about 25, 30 guys out at the end of the season. So I don't know if everybody thought about that. You know, I ain't that very smart. I'm not very bright. So
So Coach, can you then tell us what is the advantage of signing that bill?
Well, obviously, you can have an opportunity to pay guys. And I want to be able to do that with a plan. We'll do it next year. I'll have a plan how to manage a roster with 105 players. I'll have a plan to how I'm going to play and how I'm going to distribute the money and keep folks. They'll understand the plan and how we're going to do it. So it's not going to be people just growing up in the program. We'll do it next year. But I don't do anything without a plan.
So you telling me that, what am I saying? I'm broke. Well, I got some nickels. Instead of building up and giving me some dollars, some $100,000, I'm going to go and give my nickels away, and I'm going to keep starving my program or keep trying to build that. Is that what I'm hearing?
I kind of missed that analogy. Help me out with that one again.
Meaning we ain't got no money. You know, every year I know for a fact that the school fronts the money up front until the end of the year. And then, of course, everything go to general funds.
Right.
So every year you starting back at zero. So I'm trying to say how is a HBCU school is going to start off saying we got collectives unless they got some, guy that got some real money to start that off. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, man. I can't see with my program if you got lights out in the building, okay, and you ain't got no lawnmower, your grass ain't cut because the lawnmower broke. You need to get your lawnmower fixed and get them new light bulbs before you start talking about collectives and paying these people. I'm trying to get my facilities right. I got a ways to go to get my facilities right. We don't have very good facilities.
So, Coach,
I've been at Grambling, I've been at Southern. I know what their stuff looks like. Okay, it's better than ours. Right. But I don't need that. I'm looking for football players. And when I had kids come to my office, and the first thing they sat down and said, "Coach, how much y'all paying?" We not paying, and I'm good. And I was done recruiting them. Like it's like you meet a woman. The first time y'all go on a date, the first thing she gonna ask you about some money. I'm not dealing with her.
Right.
So I want football players, dude. I love the game, and it's a million of them out there. You ain't got to chase these boys around about no bag. You ain't got to chase these transfers around without no bag. You look at my roster. My best players are high school football players. Right. Davius Richard, Walker Harris, Max Urin. Max Urin's a walk-on. I mean, like Thomas Johnson, Wisdom Sims. The list goes on. Jamari Taylor was a walk-on and ended up getting a $400,000 NIL to UVA. We sent 10 kids to the NFL roster since I've been here. So it's like you can find the kids without paying them. Right. Now I'm gonna let y'all boys in the SWAC and these other schools fight about who's gonna pay the most. I'm gonna sit back in the cut and make sure my grass cut and my light bulbs work.
Hey, Coach, well, let me and listen, and if you can't answer this, I will totally understand it. But this is more of an understanding question. Yeah. I respect what you're saying. So the SWAC commissioner, and I know this for a fact, made a presentation to all the ADs of why everybody should opt in. And every team did. So did the MEAC commissioner do the same thing? I know they collaborated. So did the MEAC commissioner come to your conference and say, this is why we all should opt in? This is the benefit? Or, and again, and I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just trying to get understanding because you are a very prominent coach. And so, and again, was it something that you, like you said, I understand, I respect what you're saying, but just for us, one size doesn't fit all. Because I kind of want to understand that.
And let me tell you, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, okay? Some of those conversations, the coaches aren't in. And, well, at least I was not in within the commissioner. I'm sure we talked, and she talked to the chancellors, okay? So that's why when I guess it was presented and everybody decided to opt in, I had to go sit down with my chancellor and the board of trustees and lay out why I did not think it was good for us to opt in. Okay. And apparently my board of trustees and my chancellor kind of agree with me. Like, how am I going to pay a kid when I got my stadium don't look as good as half the stadiums in the SWAC? That don't make sense to me. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate it because that was one of the things that for us lay people, right, that we see these things and somebody is like, Coach, you see what I got in the back right here. It's always about this. It's always about this. And we're going to talk about that when I get to my round of questions. But I'm glad that you said that because, and again, I think everybody is in a situation there. So I want to be clear that this is not a right or wrong answer. Coach is not saying that y'all are all wrong for opting in. He's saying for us, for North Carolina Central was not, because I don't want you to get misquoted either, you know?
Let me say this, I'm going to let you finish. the commissioner in SWAC is much smarter than I am. Okay, the commissioner of my conference is much smarter than me. All these chancellors and presidents, they much smarter than me. All I know is my program, okay, and what we need for our program. So I'm not knocking anybody, and everybody got to run their own race. And this is very similar to my take on the transfer portal. Everybody jumped in the transfer portal. I said I'm gonna look with that. I've been saying that for the last 3 years. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, no, you didn't cut off. No, Coach, I'm good with it because you've answered the question. So there's no need to ask anything. I appreciate your clarification because I think this is such a big thing for HBCUs, and we're hearing this. And again, like Coach saying, what a lot of people are getting misinformation, right? You get the 105. You just told us, hey, I can go unlimited because I'm not beholden to the 105. That's going to work for me because I know how to work walk-ons. So that's another thing too that I think a lot of people, because Coach, and you know this, you got a lot of people on these YouTube channels that have never coached.
That's why I don't watch them not because of y'all, because they all got some idiots that be calling and don't know nothing, man. So I don't even read the chats. I don't read the comments. It's foolishness. So y'all get the Monday morning quarterbacks a microphone. So I can't listen to it. I don't want to read nothing about it.
Well, that's what's great about HBCU Coaches Corner. We bring facts on here. We don't just be talking. So, Coach, thank you for clearing that up. I'll let Coach Cole get back in it. But that was really important. I know a lot of people are going to want me to ask that question.
Coach, all right, Coach, you muted, Coach. If you're trying to say something, go.
Yeah, Coach, I would definitely I would go your route. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't go put 11 on the field, and you can go find good 11 or good 23 somewhere in the United States before I drown my program, because I know at Texas Southern, it's a whole bunch of stuff that we need to be fixing around there. So I get it, man. I think I agree with you. And if I can sign as many as I want, when I want, I'm down for that, because I know where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? We ain't coming from what we call out here Arizona Scottsdale. We living over, we living over in the Soda Bass. So I get it, man, and I appreciate you giving me that information and it really bringing everything to fruition for me.
I'm gonna tell you what's scary though. Imagine paying somebody like, what do y'all think a big number is for our level?
For our level, 100,000.
No. I think 10,000 is big for a SWAC player.
Well, for me, I'm gonna let y'all know. For me, I would say probably 12 to 15 is what I would try to get to. $1,000 a month is what I would try to get to, and that would be for one of my elite players. Okay. Coach made me lose my train of thought with 100,000. All right, but that's gonna make my point though, Coach. Say you pay this kid, I paid Johnnie Cole $100,000, right? And in preseason camp, Johnnie Cole tears knee up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen then? I done lost 100,000 on Johnnie Cole.
Yeah.
Johnnie Cole got to go. You better tape it up like old school. Put some
Coach,
some red clay and some vinegar on that thing.
Coach, I did watch a replay of the SWAC commissioner's presentation, or a presentation. I don't know if it was the one. Go ahead. And one of the things that I had an issue with is that each school starts out $300,000 behind because they have to send that money to the NCAA, right?
Right.
I'm just going to ask you.
Well,
you guys don't have to send the NCAA anything, do you?
We do. Everybody does. If I'm not mistaken.
To be in the NCAA.
Everybody has to send that money out. We do as well. Yes.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
I would like to see that because I could learn something off of watching that. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna be ignorant and say I know everything and whatever. I might learn something off of his deal. So I would love to be able to listen to that.
His rationale was that as the commissioner of the SWAC, he was going to assist the schools in paying or subsidizing that payment that they have to make. Am I correct, Mr. Campbell? Did you understand it that same way? That through their revenue streams,
right,
that the SWAC has, he was going to help them collect, earn, and then pay that money on behalf of the schools. So we'll see.
There's ways to do it. Like, for example, it was brought to my attention, well, Coach, why don't you play 2 guarantee games a year and, at $500,000 a piece, that's $1 million, and boom, there goes your money. I'm not pimping my program out like that so I can give kids some money for whatever. You know, it's a whole lot behind it. It's a whole lot behind it.
Hey, Coach, I actually respect your point of view, and it really makes sense to invest in your program rather than give kids money. Because I think investing in your program has it creates a better program. It creates a better experience for all the kids at your school, not just the guy you give, $5,000, $10,000 a month.
Let me ask this question. Why them schools are paying these people, they're not winning? Why is that?
Everybody can't win, Coach. Everybody can't win, Coach.
My kids get cost of attendance, so they do get some money. But, like, they shooting all this money out here, like, why are we winning? And now I don't know who that is, and I'm not calling a school out. I'm just saying in general. If you paying them and you ain't winning, I'm talking to you, whoever that is.
So, Coach, you got a problem with Texas Tech with their $25 million roster, and they don't win the Big 12.
That's a problem. He need to go. They need to hire Trey all of them, and then we ain't got to pay him that much.
Wait a minute. Now, Coach, Coach, don't have no folks that Central being mad at us because you don't pull the Dion because them folks at Texas Tech see what kind of coach you are, and they take you down to Lubbock now.
No, I told Colorado could get me for half price, and ain't nobody from Colorado called me, so I ain't even worried about it. Texas Tech ain't calling Trey. Texas Tech's not calling me, man.
Hey, Coach, this is a great conversation. I appreciate you being candid. So this is what I want to ask you: do you think your philosophy toward compensating players is sustainable in the long run?
Me not compensating them?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all. I got to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it next year. But I'm saying I had to have a plan for it. And I wasn't going to jump out here and it wasn't going to be a whole lot of money. Right. My top tier guys weren't going to get a whole lot. It was going to get enough for them to make sure they didn't have to eat in the calf every day if they didn't want to. If they were from somewhere and wanted to go fly home or fly to a funeral or whatever the case may be, they have some money in their pocket. But I don't need to pay these guys all this money because if the SBSC want to get them, I couldn't have kept Jamari Taylor. I could not have kept Jamari Taylor. He got $400. Where am I get $400,000 from? Corey Bullock that went to at the Ravens. He loved being with the Maryland. Torcelli Simpkins went to South Carolina. He's with the Saints now. These dudes getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. If these folks want them, they coming to get them. If LSU wanted Gibbons, I guarantee you he'd be out. And that's no knock on the kid. Like, he's a great football player, but I'm saying from a financial standpoint.
I completely agree with you, Coach. You can't. Hey,
money was. Gibbons. I reach in my pocket today and pay him, and hopefully I can get him over here by Saturday.
Hey, I don't think Coach Gray's gonna go for that. He go empty out his pockets too. So y'all gonna have a bid war right there in the middle of the field, Coach.
Yeah, I can't.
You know, Coach, you make such a great statement because when you look back at HBCUs, and I always tell these guys, either we got the money there and they not putting it in our football or athletic program, or we don't have the money. I've been on 11 teams where, man, you went from 3 buses to 2 buses to maybe 1 bus. Then all of a sudden I've been on teams. I've been on teams when you win. Then all of a sudden, they get you a new jacket, and then you win, and they put you in a bigger hotel. It's like money comes then when you win.
I can feel him on that, Coach. You go on 11, you might be walking to a game next year, Coach.
Yes.
If we go on 11, I can understand if we got to take go-karts or kicking goes to the game. I'll do that.
Coach. So now, here we come with these collectives. Man, where they gonna get the money from?
I don't know. And then, this is like the problem. I can understand Texas, like they got the old oil money or like IBM folks and all this other stuff. But like when you got working class people that's making decent money, whatever that might be, 80,000, 100,000, it's hard for me to see them giving $20,000.
Right.
And it's hard for them to see this kid pull up in whatever kind of car he is, whatever type of jewelry he has on, $500 sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I'm working paycheck to paycheck. It's hard for me to support that, I think, as a working class person. Right. Now, if you tell me, Trey Oliver, I need help building this stadium, or we need help with scholarships, and we need help with this type of stuff, I think the alumni will support them type efforts. But when you talk about, man, put the money in the pot and we're just going to pay these kids, it's hard for me to I don't know, man. I don't know. It may be.
Now, you know that you hear that the SEC is thinking about moving out of the NCAA in year 2028, because why stay in when now everybody can pay everybody, you know what I mean, and they can keep up with 24 hours, towards your degree. Sometimes I think about HBCUs. Can we get together and move away and have our own like we used to back in the day, and put together a major TV package that where we could get some money from the conference, a TV pack of major people, and I know it'll take some work, but the way things going, man, the way things going,
because I think that could possibly work, but you got to have a straight up business person, and you got to have a leader that can that can visualize that, and then somebody that can make it come to fruition. Because if you look at the attendance in the SWAC, obviously it's a good brand of football, and people want to see that. I don't care what about no other FCS conference. The SWAC is going to have people show up for them games. So if somebody's watching them.
Right.
I can't even say that about the MEAC, but easy, Rocky. Because if you want to watch the championship games, you watch MEAC play, right? Easy, player. That's where I was going now. Y'all got us in attendance. But we're gonna leave that one alone because I got a big game coming up. I don't want to run. Y'all trying to get me for some bulletin board material. Y'all ain't gonna get me tonight.
No.
No, you never do any bulletin board. Not Trey Oliver at all.
Look, he moving in that chair like he be going up and down that damn field. With
I got water. It's all natural, baby.
I'm talking about when you going. That's just in you. You got that in you.
But I'm saying, back to your deal, man, I think we got a great brand. And if you had, for example, a big money person behind it, a Tyler Perry or somebody like that, and a vision, I think it could work because we definitely can't keep up with what's going on now.
Man, we one of the biggest people or race that buy all kind of stuff, man. And like you just said, if we had those type of people up top that had that vision, ain't no way we can't get no $500 million TV package. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we sell games out. People come. We got pageantry around. Our bands are second to none. I just think it can happen. I think we can stand on our own, and I think we can move in that direction. Because right now, we're trying to keep up with somebody else's rules. They got old money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got endowments, $50 or $60 million endowments, coach. We can't handle it.
Well, here's my issue, man. I'm gonna say this. I always felt like it was something funny business. I grew up in Texas. I've been going to college games ever since I was a kid. And I always saw all those people sitting in those stands watching those guys play, and they couldn't get a sandwich, hamburger, a pizza, or anything. I always thought there was some perverted about that, even as a kid.
Yep.
And now that they are able to pay players, here's what I think is perverted: that HBCUs have to contribute to the injustice that was done to players by the NCAA. When, to be perfectly honest with you, Trey, Coach Oliver, the history is that the NCAA came in and ravaged our community for the best players once they were able to attend those colleges that ultimately would benefit from those large crowds, those large fan bases, those championships, those trophies, those TV deals. It was never us, it was never HBCUs. So why should HBCUs have to contribute to this this lawsuit or this settlement? That was all.
But I mean, you know what it is. You know what it is. When they, first they said, like you said, we couldn't go to school, we couldn't go across the railroad tracks, right? Now they let us go across the railroad tracks and won't let us come back because they keeping us over there with the money. They taking our brightest, our top players, but look what's going on in DC, man. It ain't hard to figure out. Like you say, it's been perverted a long time.
Yeah. Absolutely, Coach. But you got a big game in less than 48 hours, Coach.
Yeah, let's pivot into man. You got them Jaguars down there, Coach. And Coach, it seems like everybody attacked at your coaching staff. So let's start off with who. Damn, you had. Hey, Coach, I tell you, Coach Gibbs gave the ones he stole from you big props. So how was you able to replace these great coaches that he actually? I ain't gonna say stole, took. I don't know.
Stole, you got to right. Say stole. I like that word. Gibbs is a thief.
hey, Coach. Wait, one thing with these coaches though, but the ones that came to FAMU just elevated. That's what happened with them, right, Coach? They just kind of elevated.
What you mean?
Okay. Okay. I mean, we got a couple coaches from your staff too down at FAMU.
We played them too. Watch this. We played them too.
Oh, okay.
We going to Tallahassee at their place. We gonna pull up in Tallahassee.
You pull up, Coach. Okay.
We pulling up.
Let go. You go ahead with your thing. Let me get back around. Go ahead.
All right, you gonna get me started.
Hey, that's what we here for.
I'm good, man. Hey, look, I was a made man before them coaches got on my staff. I'm still a made man, okay? Understand that. It's all about the culture, baby. I got one dude on my staff that's been here from day one. That's my strength coach. I'm dead serious. My strength coach is the only person that's been with me from day one. I lose coaches every year. I lost 5 coaches this year, and I just lost my chaplain. He moved down to Houston to start a church.
Look here,
it's not a problem. It's all about the culture, guys. As long as the culture is straight, when them coaches new coaches come in the building like new players, as long as they're good people, they fit the culture, we can coach football. Football easy, man.
You pull it off this year, Coach. I'm naming you. I'm putting you on the same level as Nick Saban, Coach. It don't matter who come in there. It's the system.
It is, but don't do Nick Saban. Do like Eddie Robb.
Okay, Eddie Robb. But Eddie didn't lose none of his coaches. Coach's son.
Give me somebody, man.
Coach, they was together for
Willie
years.
Jeffries. Give me Willie Jeffries. I'll take Willie.
Okay, back in the day, Coach, them coaches stayed with each other for years. Nobody left.
Did Markham leave?
They was breaking so many rules, jacking them brown paper bags so they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
But no, I lost a bunch of coaches. Yeah, Gibbs got 2 of them. They were really good coaches. I lost 2 to FAM, but I got some really good ones that came in here though.
You can't name them?
Yeah, I ain't got no secret.
Yeah, that's what you
I can tell you like T. Graves. I can tell you who my starting quarterback is. We don't know after the first play anyway. But Tim Cross, he was on Mac Brown's staff for 8 years. Tim Cross was at Carolina with Mac Brown. Mac Brown got let go. His daughter's in high school. He didn't want to leave this area, so I got him on as my D-line coach. Unbelievable coach. Unbelievable. Offensive line coach. Great dude. Coach Mack. He came from Coastal Carolina. He was at Southern with Barry for a second. Went to Benedict for a second. McAnder Diodone. Haitian brother. I'm still working on that last name. Diodone. Running back coach. Charles Bankins. His last job was at A&T, but he had been at Maryland. He had been at Vanderbilt, been in the NFL. So he's my special teams coordinator and running back coach. Who else did I bring on? I brought Michael Sewell back. He was my GA. He left me and went to the University of Miami as an analyst, and I got him back on staff. And then I got 2 analysts. I got JK, Jennifer King, the female coach. I was with Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. She's an offensive analyst for me and helps me with analytics. And I got a new chaplain, Claude Thomas. So we back, man. Don't let it stop, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Cole, let me step in here right quick and let everybody know we're going to suspend the channel on the off-script channel. If you want to catch the rest of this interview, you're going to have to catch it on the Rocky Miller channel. Go ahead, Coach.
So you got your coaching staff back. I had the opportunity to see you guys when y'all open up camp. Man, look like your numbers are good. We know. We had a little debate about Harris. He's back. He's been in your program.
What's the debate about Harris?
Well, to see if he's that guy. You know what I mean? Can he take the team and put it on his back when he need to?
What? 7:30 Saturday night. Let's do that. Question Walker Harris at 10:30 Saturday night.
Okay. Well,
let's play that game. I ain't gonna run from it. Let's play that game.
Yeah.
Walker Harris is as advertised.
I'm
and
saying,
that's time, right? Saturday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying
He'll show up.
I'll be there, Coach.
He's gonna be there too.
My thing was that I felt that if they needed him, he could be one of those guys that put the team on his back and make it happen.
Yeah, he ain't gonna beat you with his legs though. He ain't gonna do that. Now his backup can beat you with his legs. He's gonna be a special one, Josh Jones. But Walker Harris does a great job of managing the game. He can throw. He gets the ball out on time, on rhythm. Great ball placement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One thing, anybody can complete a curl route. You know what I mean? But the DB's on the inside, he can put on the outside shoulder. If the DB's outside, he's gonna put on the inside shoulder. Little things like that, folks don't understand. But very good football player, great leader, and poised young man. It ain't gonna be too big for him Saturday night.
Yeah. Looking at your offense, what part of the offense did you have to go out and recruit and fill in, or do you have a veteran 11?
No, we brought most of them back. I think we had like 9 of the 11 starters back on offense. We rolling. We got the whole O-line back, Walker back. We did lose Jamari Taylor. That was a lot of firepower we lost, but they're back.
Okay, yeah.
All them high school guys I recruited are back. Look at the roster. There ain't a whole lot of transfers. We got like 1 or 2 like Division II transfers.
Right. Hey, Coach, I'm gonna let you, Campbell, get your questions in. Yeah. Coach, gonna have to close it down. But go ahead.
I'm gonna follow up on that, Coach, because I think that's so important. So you got 8 guys on the first team, all MEAC, 11 total on both teams. And Coach, like what you said, so talk about your guys, your first team, all MEAC guy, and talk about, Coach, all those guys came in from freshmen moving all the way through. Am I correct when I did my research?
Yeah, we develop guys. That's what it's about. We recruit and we develop. So,
Coach, talk about, you got 3 guys, all MEAC on your offensive line. Look, we know about Walker Harris. We don't want to talk about them. He's all MEAC. But I want to talk about those offensive. Tell me why those guys, especially why they're all MEAC. Those 3 guys you got.
Well, obviously, they're good football players, but they're good people, and that unit is very tight. Our O-line is a very tight, cohesive unit. They don't fit. They're not like a lot of bigs where they feel sorry and don't want to work. They grind. And they work. When it's time to run after practice and run gases, the big boys ain't just dragging in the back. They push each other and push themselves. And we got great leadership there. My 2 tackles are very good. And it's gonna be a great. Y'all gonna be in for a treat Saturday night watching the matchups. Because that defensive end they got, he is an animal. Givens is an animal, but I love my tackles. And it's gonna be a great show to watch them guys battle. And he's gonna make his plays. He definitely gonna make his plays. But my guys got to bow their neck, and we got to block them.
Now, Coach, what about your guys on the defense? You got Max, you got Malcolm, you got Jelani. What about those guys, and what do they bring to the table? Once again, they've been around. They know the system. What are you looking to see for those guys this year?
They're seasoned vets. I need leadership. I need great leadership out of them because we do have some young guys in the back end, but I need great leadership out of them. And it starts up front again, though. My D-line, they don't get enough credit. I lost like 2 really good interior guys last year. Mansfield, that got shot with the Vikings. But my D-line is very good. And I got me a Kobe Givens on my side too now. Right, I got me one T. Graves.
Now, see, I got one last question for you about your recruiting. And I want to really talk about Coach. I'm saying this is a public service. What I have been doing, and I think you're going to understand this. There are a lot, and women too, mothers too, but there are a lot of Black fathers that do not know about HBCU football. And they want their sons to go to South Carolina. They want their sons to go to Clemson and Florida State, because they don't know about the great coaches like yourself. Coach, talk about your recruiting class and what you're looking for. I'm looking at all these kids that you say that, again, coming in. I don't see a lot of transfer. I don't see no big Power 5 guy. I see high school kids. Tell me what is a Trey Alva player, and tell me about some of those guys that you're recruiting that's going to be playing for you this year, potentially.
First and foremost, you got to be a good person. Okay. Second of all, you got to love football. And obviously, third, you have to want to graduate. Okay. If you don't have all 3 of those traits, you can't play for me. Bottom line. That's why our team GPA is over 3.0. Okay. Loving football is like a Walker Harris, where you don't mind sitting on the bench for 2-3 years behind Pee Wee and developing like these other guys have done. You know what I'm saying? and then being a good person. Like, I'm not going to offer guys and take commitments off of huddle film. I don't care if it's Jerry Rice. If I can't sit down and talk to you, it's a problem. Because I've seen kids come into a door and they don't hold the door for the mama. So, like, if you don't have that respect for your mother, you're not going to respect me when times get tight. And it's so many, like, and I hate to say this, we have so many average players that we brought into the program, but they love football. They developed and became all-conference players. And you get a bunch of them, you're going to win championships. Unfortunately, we didn't win a championship the last 2 years, but we won 8 games. Find me another program that is as consistent as us. Find me another program that wins non-conference games. Now, them 8 games, they might beat up 2 Division II schools and then 2 of the worst teams in their conference. We've beaten top 25 PWI schools at their place. You don't do that unless the culture's right, man.
Yeah. Coach, I know you got to go, man, because we want you to come back one, time, and you've not always been there for us. Of course, we could ask you and talk with you all night, but just big night.
I got some work I got to get done, man.
Yeah, you got big night, man, and I'll be in there Friday, so I'm going to catch you where you're staying at and come see you, And,
okay, hey, listen, it's going to be a good one, man. You got 2 Giants playing, man. Number 1 ranked team on the SWAC West.
Yeah, Coach, I'll be in there at 1 o'clock tomorrow in the ATL, baby.
Now, let me do how them other people do. All right, here we go. Predictions. What you got, Johnny? Predictions. Y'all in the show, right?
Hey, Coach, I got you guys big, Coach. I don't see this Southern team being able to stick with the things that I've saw the past few years. And each and every time that Southern has had a big game against a big-time winning opponent, they've laid an egg. So I don't expect anything different this year.
Mr. Campbell?
Man, do you see my background, Coach?
Say less.
I got money on it, brother.
We're gonna talk about that fam game next, though. Let me get to Sunday. We'll talk about some fam.
Yeah, man, I'm SWAC, man. I'm SWAC. But
and you got me on here for an hour at 11 o'clock at night. I just got off the stage, got 8 hours through the rain. Okay, SWAC.
You've been too consistent. I got 34-14.
Walker's gonna be upset with you.
NCCU.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Walker's gonna be upset with Johnny.
Why is that?
He said 34.
That ain't enough?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hey, Coach, when you come back, you ask that guy at the bottom why he don't think your quarterback can throw over 200 yards. See, you let him
that ain't what I said. That ain't what I said.
You need to get on.
Hey, I'm hoping for 7-3 though. I'm hoping we win 7-6. I don't care about no 30 points. I hope we win 7-6 by 1 point. Rocky, you don't think you can throw for 200?
So, Coach, this is what I said, Coach. He threw for I believe 21 or 1,800 yards last year. I'm saying that if a guy Pee Wee was a truck.
I'm gonna drop the mic in a second. Watch this. I'm gonna drop the mic. Go ahead.
He was a truck. I didn't see when I watched Walker Harris in the 2 games I saw him play, and that's my fault because I'm taking it off of the game you played against Alabama State and also the South Carolina State game. Those 2 games, I saw a guy who is a trailer. He needs everything to be going right for him to pull the team across the finish line against a really good team. And I said,
ironic you picked 2 of the top 10 defenses in
FCS
too.
Sure.
Okay? For sure. Let's start there. But first of all, let's do this. Go back and look. Because they wanted to compare Shador and Pee Wee. If Pee Wee would have played 4 quarters like Shador's doing, Pee Wee would have had more yards than Shador. Pee Wee never played in the 4th quarter because we got up, and I had to develop Walker. That was my whole plan. Pee Wee was getting out at the 3rd quarter because I didn't want him to get hurt. And secondly, I need to develop Walker. Walker didn't play in a bunch of games last year. Hell, he didn't play none in the Delaware State game. He was suspended. And then the other games, he only played in a couple of 4th quarters because we was up. And I had to develop the other kids. Both of my other quarter freshmen played 8 games. So go back and look and see how many 4th quarters Walker played in, and then I can show you why his numbers were like that. But keep running your mouth, Rocky. All right, 200 yards. Call me Sunday.
All right, hey, Coach, we're good. Hey, I believe in your program, and you always have a guy who can tote that rock, and that's what I love, Coach. I love to watch guy tote that rock, man.
And I'm a SWAC 2 guy, Johnny Cole. You know I'm a G-man. I got my master's from Grambling, and I was on the bluff with all day Portier and the boys down there. You know what I'm saying? So I love the SWAC. I SWAC love too, but to me, we rock, we move a little different. That's the guy real quiet. That's how you drop the mic.
No. He muted.
The
He tried to talk while he muted. That's what it
Come
is.
on, son. He's still on that daggum dial-up. You know they got dial-up down there.
Man, you crazy, man. Man, it's been a pleasure, boy. It's been a pleasure. But I'm gonna be in town. Like I said, I'm gonna get by that hotel and shake your hand at least, man.
Do that, man. Good talking to you. I appreciate it.
I'll text you. You can give me what hotel y'all in. I'll text you.
You said you SWAC, man. You gonna send all them SWAC bumblebees, honeybees? What do you got at Alabama State? You gonna send the honeybees over here? You gonna send all them J-Sets over here? You gonna send them daggone dance girls from Southern? No, y'all ain't gonna know where we stand.
Southern's main guy, man. He don't have no love for me no more. So hey, man, it is what it is.
Southern's main guy who? T. Graves?
Yeah.
T. Graves love everybody, man.
He a little upset at me, man. He a little upset at me, coach. But it's so good. It's all good. Right, man. I still love him though, and we're gonna be all right.
All right, coach. Hey, thank you, coach. It was a great interview as always, man. Look forward. Good luck on Saturday night. We'll be in the building, coach.
Talk to you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey.
All right. Oh, let me get Coach Cole up here. Hey, coach. That's another great interview. Another great interview, coach. Coach, I'm gonna tell you, coach, his confidence sound a lot like a guy I know. I can only imagine how young Johnnie Cole and Trey would have got it on, coach. Y'all would have got it on, coach.
Ain't no question, coach. Well, like I said, I beat up on Broadway, I beat up on Pete Richardson, I beat up on Comedy. I took all comers, coach. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they got to put 11 on the field like I do. But I like his thinking. I like, what he's doing as far as with the not signing that bill and go run his program how he want to run it. And I think at this level, and especially this early in all this paying players, I think he's doing the right thing about making sure his program is set so when people come in, they have what they need to be successful.
So Coach, let me ask you this here. I don't think everybody has the clout to make those kind of decisions that Coach Oliver made, to be a maverick, so to speak, to go outside the conventional wisdom and conventional thinking. Do you have to have the clout and the pedigree and the record of Trey Oliver in order to make those kind of decisions? Could the first-year coach make that kind of decision?
No, I don't think so. But then again, it all starts with your athletic director, and about the knowledge of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he seems like he's in fit with what's going on. He got the support of the athletic director because I know he just didn't go in there by himself. I know it was a group effort, and that's important, man. If you don't have that athletic director that's behind you 120%, that's gonna shield you. That's what an athletic director does. He ain't a front guy. He's more of a shield, because you're gonna get hit from all kind of, I didn't like that play. And then when we score and win, we love him. No, we hate him. But you need that AD that thinks like you, that goes out and get the things that you need, say the things that you need, and when you ain't around and your AD go in the room with the shirt and tie guys, the decision makers, that he's fighting for Johnnie Cole, he's fighting for Rocky Miller, he's fighting for Bishop, because we're on the same page. So that's very important as well.
Campbell, what did you think about the decision he made that was kind of rather unconventional against the grain?
Hey, man, I'm going to say this. Don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. That is what that means. But I had to ask that question. And see, I'm going to say this is why Johnnie Cole is not saying this rocket. I'm going to get in trouble for this. I found it.
Say that again, Cole.
Well, I don't want you guys, because I know how this stuff goes, and this is a very small circle. But what's interesting to me, and that's why I had to ask him that question, because I know the commissioners made presentations, right? And the whole purpose of the presentation is to answer the questions. And I respect the fact that Coach Oliver, and maybe with his gravitas, said no. His president backed him up and his AD backed him up. I'm not saying that's a right or wrong decision. because FAMU opting in, and I know my AD is tight, and I know how smart she is. So for FAMU, that's a good decision. I can't speak for anybody else, and I don't want. And see, what I'm not going to do is say, like, for his school, it's not. For FAMU, it is. For whatever the different reasons, we're different schools. Like Coach say, we trying to get the grass mowed and stuff like that. FAMU got their grass mowed. It's a different thing. FAMU has a collective. They don't have a collective. Their budget is small. But to me, if I'm the commissioner and I got 6 schools, I want everybody to opt in. And I'm going to sit down and say, okay, tell me why you're not opting in. Let me explain to you why you should opt in. Because she clearly had to make that presentation because the other 5 teams opted in. And I don't believe Central got the lowest budget in the MEAC. I don't believe that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. So that's why I'm saying, but I respect the fact that he looked at it for his program and said, this does not fit. He said, but this is what he said next year. But let me say what he did do. Because I want to be clear on something. Because I know how the rule works. Nobody has to pay anything this year anyway. So none of the SWAC schools are paying anything this year, okay? Nobody. It is the next year, like you say. So the FBS schools have to pay. No FCS has to pay anything. So the thing about it, why he did that, nobody in the SWAC is paying anything either. Okay, so I want to be clear. Maybe that's why the SWAC school like, well, we'll go ahead because he said they're gonna be in the next year, right? He did say that. So the SWAC school said we might as well jump in now for whatever that benefit, because we don't have to pay the money either. And I know that for a fact. So I want to clear it up from a SWAC folks. So the SWAC folks ain't stupid either now.
Yeah. Well, like I say, man, I was refreshing to hear that there are no rules to abide by if you didn't opt in. You could have 200 on your roster if you wanted to. You know what I mean? I think that could be an advantage for certain schools.
Let's look at a real deal. Let's take Florida A&M, for example. What do you know the collective there yet, Bishop?
Oh yeah, we got the Fang Exchange.
Do you have enough money to give everybody on the roster some money? And if it's some, what would you think it would be?
Okay, so
$500.
Because my classmate is the one that backs that collective through his nonprofit. I know exactly what they're doing. FAMU will start off their collective just like what Coach said. We're actually being smart with it. The players that are getting collective money and NIL deals are players that we feel that represent the community, represent the university, and are outstanding football players. Because remember, his name in his lock is not pay for play. So that's what FAMU does. I don't think Jack State gives everybody, because Ken, you can see who Ken and them have for their 14. Jack State don't get everybody on their roster NIL money. So I don't think anybody has that. So I think what they have done is to look at key players and FAMU saying, this is who we're going to give it to. That's how we're starting out. But no, I don't think we'll ever get to a point where even what Coach is saying, because, okay, whatever the number is, Coach, what is the number you can have on scholarship right now? 65?
It's 63.
63?
You're muted, Coach. You're muted. You're muted, Coach.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's 63 full.
So 63 full.
And whatever that equivalency of the cost of the school.
Okay. So listen, so this is what I'm saying. So let's do Coach Oliver's math. $1,000 for each kid. That's $63,000 times 12. That means your collector has to have $750,000 just to do $1,000 a month. Okay, just what he's saying. Well, he would like to give everybody $1,000. He said, "What do you think? Give everybody, $1,000 a month." That's what he said.
I want to correct you, Campbell, because there's opting in gives you the option to do something else. You don't have to pay through the collective. If you opt in, you can pay direct. The school can pay the player directly.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying. No. Okay, yes, but they're not. Nobody's doing that. That's what I'm saying. They don't have to do it. It gives you the option to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So nobody in the SWAC is paying it. No school is paying anybody yet. Nobody.
Well, they can until October or September or something like that.
Okay, listen what there's a difference between can and doing. Nobody is paying anybody in the SWAC. Is not the schools are not paying anybody.
Direct payments.
They have a whole year before they have to. There's a difference between can and have to. Have to is next year, just like what he's saying. Everybody's going to have to next year because that's why he's opting in.
Well, one of the things indirectly they paying the players now because now you can't take the kids Pell Grants. And so now kids that's on full scholarship, they get to take their Pell Grant and do what they with. One. Number two is you have a choice whether you want to stay on campus or off campus. Then they'll take that money that they was going to charge you for staying on campus and also give you that as well. But as you know, you got to be able to pay your rent and that stuff. So, and we struggle sometimes just doing that. You know, it's almost you got to make the kids stay on campus. You know what I mean? Because then now you got to make sure they're eating right and eating properly. You know, so now they coming with this collective. I just don't think. I mean, it really gonna separate schools. I think, especially HBCU schools from your valleys and your Pine Bluffs and your, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna really separate some of these schools.
Campbell, I really would like to sit and talk to an AD at some point and find out when you got a school. And I'll just say this. I'll just use, since we're using FAMU, I believe, this is just my opinion, that FAMU would do themselves a great service by having a facility upgrade, right? How do you prioritize facility upgrade versus collective and paying players? Like, what do you?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, if you ask any coach, and we've done this, we had the coach, the female basketball coach from Alabama A&M, and I asked that question: what would she rather have, paying NIL or facilities? What she say? We'd rather have facilities and training. I don't think there's a coach, because the money is so little, right? That what you're going to get, and there's no benefit to it at all. And let me say this, because my niece Paris said this. Let me explain. There is no player, and this goes all the way to college. There are very few players that are marketable that's going to sell something. Ain't nobody getting paid more other than a Juju or a Caitlin Clark or somebody like that. You look at these football players. They ain't got no commercials. And it's all fake. So ain't nobody marketable. Trust me, I have done NIL before the NIL. You're not going to make any money back. So ain't nobody market. I want to end that right there. So we just hooking folks up, to be honest with you. But Rocky, to your point, for me, I can't square me. And this is the thing that I hate. As somebody who has fundraised for the school, has fundraised for the NIL, has fundraised for athletics. Because I know, to me, I would rather have the best facility, training tables, summer school tuition, because coach will tell you summer school tuition not included.
Then you agree with me, man. I just don't think that.
Yeah, I would.
We should play that game. We ain't ready to play that game.
You said you thought FAMU had. I want FAMU, Jackson State, Southern, Grambling, all of them to have the Taj Mahal of facility. I want people to say, because the one thing I know that we get recruited against, man, they've got TVs and this and all over the place. I want us to have TV. They got a pool table in the middle of the place. I want us to have that, because I think that goes a longer way in recruiting than me giving. Because if I give you 1,000, you'll go take 2,000 from somebody else. Yeah. And you'll be gone tomorrow.
I just let our audience know that they still take the Pell Grant when you're playing at the Division II level. You know, because that's some of your scholarship, and then they take football money and add that to the Pell. So on the Division II level, very seldom do kids get their Pell Grants back, unless you got a coach. I know when I was at Lane, I actually went and talked to an apartment complex, and we were able to get 4 guys to an apartment, and where they could stay in, and we were able then to give them their Pell Grant and their housing money so they could pay the bills. So it's very creative ways that you can do your scholarship.
Coach, the thing that I think is kind of making the NIL collective, pay for play, whatever you want to call it, what's making it kind of difficult for everybody is that these schools, and I have on good authority, that the base for a Big 12 player, and this is Big 12, this is not SEC or whatever, the base is $40,000 a month. That's what they're paying these players, no matter out of high school, transferring in, no matter. They're getting $40,000 a month. $480,000 a year across 85 players, coach, which is a $3 million investment annually in their football team. My deal is, how can, when players get accustomed to that kind of compensation, how can a program stay attractive on any level if you're not willing to give them something?
Well, that's why they got different levels. Division 1A. But you look at the University of Texas that's bringing in over $100 million, from their football program. I mean, they have it, but those bottom tier Division 1A programs, they can't pay that. They can't pay that. It's like Bishop saying. It just ain't happening. It's talked about, but it ain't.
No. I'm saying they're saying that the bottom. This is on good authority from the Big 12, like the bottom tier schools, the cheapest.
But you said the Big 12.
Yes. Oh, you're talking about less than. You're talking about below that. You're talking about below that. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm talking about. You're talking about the teams with the TV package, and that's why I was saying about HBCUs. We could get a TV package. I think when you talk about the SEC. What is the TV package? The Big 12, the big, the Pac-10. They get those TV.
No, not the Pac-10. The Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10.
Yeah, those they get TV packages, coach. That's why all the teams you see now are trying to jump into the SEC. They want some of that TV money. That's money before you even kick a ball off. So I get it. They could do that. You know what I'm saying? When you getting, what 50 million every year from your TV package. Everybody's getting 50 million. They could do that.
Let me ask you a question. You're in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to rank the schools, the top tier schools, where would Texas Tech fall in that?
They would be below A&M, but above Baylor, SMU, and TCU.
So you're saying Texas Tech would be
No. Don't. SMU got more millionaires than
No. I'm talking about programs. I'm just talking about ranking their program.
But they get that money out now. They the ones started all this shit.
Right. Thank you. So with that being said, think about how many Big 12 championship Texas Tech has never won. Okay? They, from my understanding, are going to have the largest NIL payroll out of all the schools.
Yeah.
They have never, well, let me not say never, in my modern era, other than, I don't even think they won the Big 12 when they had when they had them boys down there.
Crabtree
and them boys.
I want to say that's the only one. And
they got one.
Yeah. I think Crabtree them is the only one.
Okay, so in my 50 years, I think they got one. So that's what I'm saying. This is what was crazy about this. They got the money. They got Lubbock is nothing but oil wells down there. Nothing but oil money. Not counting what coach is saying, getting the money from the Big 12. And still $24 million, they still not ranked number one in the Big 12. It's still not. So even at that level, that money is not worth it. It ain't worth it.
We compare apple to oranges, man. And guys, like I keep saying, if we like Coach Oliver said, if we get some people that put some games together for HBCUs and go get some TV money, then I think we'd be on the playing level. And I think the money is there to be gotten. Black folks spend money. We buy cars and hair and makeup. We spend money. So I'm pretty sure we can go out and get some national contracts, man. We ain't got to depend on Tyler Perry all the time and Oprah Winfrey. We need to get with some of these other folk. You know what I'm saying?
I want to correct myself, Mr. Campbell. Texas Tech has never played for a Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Because I know they were number one and they got upset when Crabtree and the Bulls was rolling.
Yeah.
And everything. So that's why I thought. And let me say this, again, what's that? Rotan, hey man, he always is here, respect his opinion. But here's the deal, man, and I want you to be clear. He said, well, let me say it. He said, if you have money to waste, it doesn't matter. Rich folks don't waste money. Rich folks look for a return on investment. Because if you think so, go look at what Texas A&M did when they put all that money into Jimbo Fisher and that recruiting class. And the only guy that came out of the recruiting class is Shamar Stewart that's playing for the Bengals. They had all them number one guys. Now, do you hear A&M breaking record deals now for NIL? Hell no, because it was not worth the investment. Like I'm saying, sorry, that's not how that works. Smart people don't waste money. Smart rich people don't.
So
that's how they're rich.
But let's be honest. The biggest payroll last year was Texas, and they got a chance to play for Texas, and Ohio State had the two biggest payrolls in college football. Just coincidentally, they also played for the national championship.
Ohio State played for the national championship every year.
No. I'm not okay. I'm not. But I'm saying
that ain't got nothing to do with money.
No. What I'm saying is, in this modern era, right, in which I'm talking about the last 3 years of this new football landscape, if Ohio State which is a blue blood top tier program, if they start paying the most, what do you think a program like Texas Tech has to do to keep up?
Well, right.
Look, go hard championship coach like Texas did. It ain't about money no more with them schools, man. It's about hiring the right guy to get the program together. Sarkisian coach, one of the best offensive coordinators, man.
He working with the best material, coach.
Bro, this is Texas. This is Texas.
He
They always
Texas.
working with the best material. When did Texas not working with the best material? When?
Yeah. When Sarkisian came there,
Coach,
he could dial it up.
Coach, when they had a whole bunch of quarterbacks that couldn't play. And that's the ones that played for Charlie Strong and that other guy that was the head coach of Houston. I can't think his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, they should have never gave a job to him. He was a young cat, had a great year at U of H, and they gave him that damn job.
He also was the OC of a national championship team in Ohio State as well.
And they ran him out of there.
Rocky, here's my thing on that, and this is just a fact. The same 5 to 6 teams that have won a national championship in our lifetime going to be the same ones that win it. So it doesn't matter about the money. It's football and basketball, totally different. You can already know. We already know the 5 teams this year that's going to be in the hunt. You can erase the rest. There's no upsets. There's no sneaking in big-time college football. It's just not. And those schools are the same blue blood school. That's why they get all the money.
So let me ask you this. What if a school like Baylor takes Coach Oliver's approach and say, we're not paying anybody. We're going to recruit Baylor guys. We're going to try to play with men that have integrity, people that guys that love football, and we want guys here that want to play football, not want to get paid. What's going to happen, Coach?
The same thing that's been happening. They ain't winning with all the money.
No. I'm just saying, what's going to happen though?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, to me,
they plummet. That's a race to the bottom.
Well, they're already at the bottom. Where's Baylor at now?
They finished top half of the Big 12 last year.
Okay, the top half.
Yeah.
They're not winning the conference. Baylor is not winning the conference year in, year out.
No, but I'm just saying, if they decided not to pay is what I'm saying, where do they go?
But I guess what the point of it is, what my point, you know what? Let me get back to Trey Oliver's point, what I like. Trey Oliver has shown, he said, listen, I'm not paying anybody. Trey Oliver, like he said, over the last 5 years has had the best program in the country, HBCU. All his kids are high school kids. He is getting ready to play with high school kids against Southern. Most people are picking them to beat Southern, okay? Southern has transfers. He has, listen to this, 11 all-conference players. All of those are high school recruits, okay? Some of those are walk-ons. So for him, it is very clear that is the best way to go.
I'm telling you, I'm picking Coach Oliver, right? I'm picking Coach Oliver. I hope it's a great game. But at the end of the day, I don't know that Coach Oliver's taking the best approach considering everybody else is paying. We'll have to, put it like this, Coach Cole, it'll settle itself out on the field. We won't have to speculate about it, will we?
Let me put it in perspective. If you got 100,000 to share with 63 guys, it ain't a whole bunch of money being given out. You know what I mean? How many players that you can get at to? So right now, to me, does it make a difference in these programs, these lower tier programs? I don't think so.
you know, I don't know about the lower tier programs, but I talked to some guys who were fifth-year seniors and four-year guys at Baylor at Big 12 signing day. These guys have been in college during the transition. These guys, when they sat down and told me about their testimonies, what they were living like when they first got on campus as freshmen compared to what they're living like now, I'm talking apartments, I'm talking cars, I'm talking meals, I'm talking not struggling at all versus trying to scrape up enough money to get a CC's pizza. These guys say it's night and day, and it's not even comparable to what they were dealing with as freshmen. And they say there's no way. And I asked him, Coach, because I hear a lot of people talk. I say, hey, if Baylor took the money away, what would y'all do? He said, we getting out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you compare it, because someone else is paying.
And let me say that. Don't none of that mean nothing when you get in that rectangle on Saturday afternoon and snap that headgear on and get after it. Don't none of that mean.
It matter who line up for you, Coach.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And it don't mean that because he got $100 in his pocket and I got zero in mine. It don't. Everything is freaking equal across the board.
Coach, Coach, I think you quoted Nick Saban one time when he said, I believe I'm a good coach, but I'm a much more effective teaching good players to be great than I am bad players to be good.
Yes, sir. I believe in that, Coach. But all the kids, it's about your evaluation. It's objective.
So you think there's enough misevaluation out there in the marketplace to where a quality, competent coach can go out here and compete
Trey
without
doing
money.
It right now. Trey Oliver's doing it right now.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Bishop.
He got 11. Listen to me. He has 11 all-conference players, 8 on the first team.
Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, Georgia ain't the only one paying players, but they kicking ass every year, Coach. They kicking butt every year. It got to be some more than just paying a player. It's got.
But those schools are all paying. Is my point, Coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, you're right. Correct. No question.
None of the blue bloods has said, "Hey, we're not paying. We're not going to pay anybody. We just want Michigan guys. We just want Georgia Bulldog guys. We just want Alabama guys that love football and love to play. Guys, an Alabama guy is a guy that can wait till the NFL to get paid. But here at Alabama, we're playing for the love of the game." Nobody's saying that.
No. I ain't no question.
Well, you know what though? Okay, so I'm gonna take it the other way. So, and Coach, you're gonna film me on this. And Rock, you know that. I know a lot of NFL players.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot. Good friends of mine. They will tell you, and Deion has said this, you can have the most talented guy, but if he don't love football, he ain't gonna be a player. So you can say what you just said, but you go ask a coach that's on that level, they can look at guys that look the part, run 4.2, jump on, but if they don't love it, they'll never be a champion. And you can talk, and I have talked to many guys on the NFL level, NBA level, that have said the same thing. Man, such would be good if he just really cared about the game. See, that's the thing.
I just don't think that HBCUs are ready for that level yet.
I tend to agree with you, Coach. I agree. Now I do agree with you on that, Coach.
When we still riding on buses and not flying. We still don't have stadiums. And
did he say an 8-hour bus ride?
Yeah, they came down from Durham. They wasn't gonna fly down there, man. They wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah,
I knew that. When y'all said fly, I'm like, they ain't flying. Them boys riding a bus.
Yeah, Coach. I just and even back in the days, Coach, when we couldn't go to PWI schools, did
Southern drive too?
That's
I tell you what, because they're a little bit further.
Probably did. Baton Rouge is close.
Yeah, but
Baton Rouge is close. They hit 10, then it went up 65.
It's 8 hours that way.
Through Montgomery.
Yeah, it's 8. So yeah. So they
But guys,
probably
even back in the day, when all these black kids in the 50s, in the 60s, didn't even have yards to play in. You know what I mean? Didn't even have schools, nice schools to go to. Weren't even taught. They were just athletes from being sharecroppers and just living life in the dirt. And then these great coaches, these Jay Gaithers, these Eddie Robinsons and these great guys taught them the game of football. And they had nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had nothing. It's the same game, pretty much today. That in the HBCU realm, that's what we do.
Somebody explain this to me. What is this? What does one have to do with the other?
Meaning the money.
He's saying if you got $700, that bus ride doesn't matter. You ride that bus, you get $700.
So the players got $700 to ride a bus?
No, I think he's just making an observation if they were getting money.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm just saying, man, you got to be a great recruiter. You got to have a good system in place. And that's one thing about Trey Oliver that I like. It don't matter who coaching these kids. It's the Trey Oliver system. It's not the kids. It's not the coaches. It's the system that he runs.
Hey, Coach, I think he's one.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I think Trey's one hell of a coach, but I don't, but and maybe he's exceptional at selling his program, and he can get guys who have talent and ability to come to his program, develop, and be great players. And I guess in some degree he's proven that he can do that. I'm just saying, as this NIL era plays out, I don't know how sustainable that model is, and I'd love to see how it turns out.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get my homeboy, athletic director at Alabama A&M, and Coach Golf together to come on our show, and then they could give us some answers about how all this working. What y'all think about that?
Yeah,
what y'all audience, if y'all agree with that or not, get 2 athletic directors to come on the show, and we can talk, more about this and more in depth. They can give you more answers.
I got a better idea. Tell us what athletic directors y'all want us to get on the show to have this discussion with. Okay. Y'all tell us what athletic directors y'all would like on the show. We can't get them all, but if you give us some to choose from, maybe we can go get those guys on there, because we got a guy on the show that knows an athletic director. And then we got other, like Coach Cole has a relationship, and there are other guys. But if there's somebody you guys prefer, because we do it for y'all guys, we do it for our audience. And so if there's a guy or athletic director or whether it be male or female, SIAC or SWAC, even an independent or in the CAA, put their name in the
And
hey, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard to get, because I don't think they have an AD right now, do they?
Who's that?
Look at Texas Southern AD.
Oh
yeah,
no,
they might have an intern right now.
Unfortunately, we got who we got coming on next week? We got Coach Quinn of Langston for the Shreveport Classic versus Grambling. And we got T-Buck, Terrell Buckley for the Mississippi Valley State University.
That's Monday, right, Coach?
Yes, sir. Is that Monday? Let's make sure.
Hey, it looks like Trey Oliver has low expectation for attendance. Why is that, Mr. Campbell and Coach Cole?
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. We got Terrell Buckley come on at 8 Central Monday. And Morgan coming on Tuesday.
Okay.
Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, because listen, he knows his fan base. They don't pack that joint out. They not know That he know. I mean, this ain't no. Everybody listen, man.
We couldn't get into asking. I was going to try to ask him the history of North Carolina Central since he grew up there, and they're not a blue bread program, and they don't travel well, evidently, and that's Durham. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that.
And
goes.
they're in a college town. There's several schools in that town, isn't it?
That's
the same school that's Duke is in that town, isn't it?
Yep.
Now I told you guys, I interviewed twice for that job.
No, I didn't know that, Coach.
Yeah, I interviewed twice. Rudy Abrams got it the first time. I actually interviewed Joe up there. I thought I had the job. And then Rob Broadway beat me out the second time. So that's not a bad deal. But I want to say that to say this. It's 22 football programs just in the state of North Carolina. 22 colleges that have football. From the 1A to the Division II to Division III.
They almost love football as much as Texas does.
Yes. But it definitely ain't even as big as Texas.
No, I know. I consider North Carolina, to be honest with you, a basketball hotbed. I lived in North Carolina for 3 years, and they are basketball. I'm talking about they are basketball freaks back then. This was in the 90s when I lived out there.
Somebody said A&T's AD with a perspective on both sides.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. I'll let you do. I'll do whatever you need me to do, Coach.
Somebody asking for Brian Jenkins.
You think we can get Virginia State's AD? Somebody reach out to Virginia State's AD and see if we could get her on the show.
I know a coach up there at Virginia State.
Listen. Now, hold on, Coach. I'm not going to let that slide. See, your boy always trying to be messy. So
how am I being messy?
Listen. No, we don't need her on the show.
What about Edward Waters? Edward Waters, Brian Jenkins, the new head coach.
Coach, listen, everybody, Coach. You know the great thing about this HBCU Coaches Corner? I love the fact that these coaches know what they're talking about and their perspectives. Hey, it's the job that he's trying to build. Hey, let's get them.
Hey, Coach, you call the plays on this show, Coach.
Right. Yeah, let's. I'll reach out. I mean, I can get Brian, and
Coach, we want you to get Terrence Graves. This is what we want.
Hey, Coach.
Great. Listen, so what I want you to do, you talking about you gonna go there hang
this
out
is what
with
we gonna do.
You tell Trey call T Graves and y'all get that thing together, and then y'all all at that game shake hands and have some liquor.
Hey, anybody know what hotel Southern is staying in?
I know a couple of coaches on the staff. I get that information for us.
And maybe we can go over there, Coach, and with a peace offering. And
Rocky, bring them cigars.
I am.
And we'll go by the liquor store. We'll go to Greens or Tower Liquor.
Hold on. I'm going to call my people right now, and we gonna try to make all this happen.
Who said they stand at Motel 6? I don't believe Southern would do something like that.
That's a Jackson State guy. You know how they go. Now, listen here, JSU. Y'all better be careful making them motel jokes. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all need to be careful with them motel jokes now. Because I'm just saying. Don't work too well down there in Jackson.
Y'all in Atlanta? I'm telling you, y'all in Atlanta, it been raining, ain't it?
It rained earlier today.
Oh, what hotel y'all in?
We're at the Hilton by the airport.
Oh, okay. Look, I'm coming over there. Man, when y'all go, man, what kind of alcohol Terrence Graves drinking?
Hey, Rock, I'm glad because you know all these Southern folks gonna be around there all in that Southern chat. Coach, they around there trying to find out what liquor. How dare Coach go, boy, you gotta watch this book. You know, every school got their own little chat, right?
Yeah,
got their little chat here that always be starting that mess. So you know, whoever Southern little chat head is in their little chat right now. You know, let me tell you what they do, Rocky. Every school got their little chat, right? And it's always that one that always the shit starter, right? Who Coach Cole think he talking about T Gray? T Gray don't even like him. I don't even know what he talking about T Gray. So we know what y'all gonna do, Southern. We
Yeah.
all got a family. You got a little chat. Jackson, they got their little chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their little chat.
Hey, Coach, we tell them we one big HB. Hold on, Coach. I'm gonna bring you back up, Coach. I ain't want you to, Coach. I ain't want you to give away the goods right there on live on the phone. So that's why I took you down.
Okay. All right. Good. I talked with one of the assistant coaches there, man, and he gonna let me know what's going on, and we gonna go on over there, Coach. All three of us gonna go over there, man.
All right.
Now look, good luck, now, Coach. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I got a big reputation in the city. Don't have me get kicked out in front of the hotel. Go phone know me now. Y'all don't live here. Now see, I'm internationally known and locally loved. Okay, so we ain't got no VIP. Now up there, the escalator. I'll pick y'all up.
What you talking about, man? What we VIP?
I'll go over there with Trey Oliver and them and hang out. I go over there.
We gonna go both places early.
Okay. All right.
Man, we the HBCU Coaches Corner, man. We bring gifts and flowers, man.
For sure, guys. For sure. Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, this been another great show. I got a flight in a little bit, guys, so I need to finish packing and get ready. I know Coach Cole may have one earlier than me since you're further away than I am.
Yeah, man. We probably leave it at the same time.
And hey, Campbell, you can start walking and you'll beat us to downtown.
I don't walk nowhere. If it can't be ballet, I ain't going.
Yeah, but hey, man, I really look forward to seeing you guys and fellowshipping with y'all in person tomorrow, man. Yeah. Anybody in the HBCU diaspora see me in the streets walking, talking, or over at Motel 6, holler at me, man, because I love, you know.
Y'all Southern folks got a suite. Give your boy a suite ticket so I can hang out in the suite with them Jaguars. Like y'all always trying to get them.
You mean the Southern people can get suites?
Southern people got, hey man, look, them Jaguars got the money now.
Man, they gonna be tailgate. Man, make sure all your mics and stuff working and your cameras and stuff working, Coach.
I got you, man. I got you, Coach.
We gotta get some good shots, man, to get the audience, man. And we gonna be right down there on the field.
All right, Coach. We gonna have it going, Coach.
I got you. All right, man. Peace.
All right. Much love. Hey, you got to take him out of here, Coach. You got to take him out of here, especially before we get on that airplane.
Yes, sir. It's been great, man. You know, another great show, another great audience, man. You audience is what makes us always, if you want to see somebody, just text it in, man. If we don't know them or if I don't know them, I know somebody that knows them. I think we've been doing a great job. We've had over 2 million views. 2 million views, man, and continue to push in. And the more you guys view, the more you subscribe, the more you share our channel, the bigger we will get. Because if we don't know them, we know somebody that know them. And as I always say, when things are going bad, get onto the rope, tie a knot at the end, and hold on tight, because ain't nobody bad like you.